Oh hell yeah, it's Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't really care about Sonic. Yeah, I hate to be the negative one immediately, but Sonic was never a franchise that really stuck with me. Don't get me wrong, I own a number of Sonic titles and some of his games were really good. The classic Sonic games are always fun to play, and even the more modern titles like Sonic Generations will always be my favorites from the Blue Blur. But when Sonic sucks, he really sucks. I think the main problem I have with most Sonic games is that there's always something about them that can either enhance or completely butcher the experience. Games like Sonic Unleashed could have been really great if there was way less focus on the dumb Werehog stages and more on the normal Sonic stages. Shadow the Hedgehog I absolutely hate due to the really terrible controls, bad level design, and horrendous structure making you play through the game 10 times just to get to the ending. Now these are all my opinions of course, so you don't have to agree with them fully. You can probably find something in them that I just can't. One of these games that people really love or really hate is Sonic R. Sonic R is a racing game first released on the Sega Saturn in 1997. It was later ported to Windows a year later, and was also featured in the Sonic Gems collection in 2005 for the Gamecube. Sonic racing games, I feel, are some of the better Sonic games that are made. Sonic and All-Stars Racing is one of my favorites, and I spent a lot of time playing it. Not all of them are perfect, however. An example are the early ones like the Sonic Drift games on the Game Gear, which are not very good. Being the third racing game for Sonic, where does this one fall on the racing scale? Is it complete trash like Sonic Drift? Or is it really good like All-Stars Racing? Or does it fall square in the middle? Let's find out. I'll be using the GameCube port of this game because that's the one I own. Simple as that. Sonic R's gameplay plays out like your typical racing game, for the most part. It still has the basic structure of you running around a track 3 times to try and get first place. And yes, I said running because Sonic and his pals are not forced inside of a car to make it fair to other competitors. Well, except for Amy and Eggman, I guess. I kinda wish Sega would go back to this kind of racing style. Last time I saw it was in Sonic Rivals, and that was in 2006. When starting up the first race, the first thing you'll notice is how bad the controls are. Going off the GameCube layout, pushing up or holding the B button accelerates, the A button has the character jump or perform a special move, and the L and R buttons perform sharp turns around left and right corners respectively. All the characters have different stats, which does affect on how they respond to the controls. At the start of the game, you only have 4 characters unlocked. Sonic is the fastest of the 4, can perform a double jump but has stiff turning controls. Tails is much slower and can fly, but his drifting is really bad and you'll slide all over the place. Knuckles moves pretty quick, he can glide and has the best feeling drift out of all the characters. He's definitely the character to play if you want 100% this game. And of course there's Amy. She sucks, don't play her. There are only 5 tracks in this game, which kinda sucks. You'll notice right away by looking at the map that this game has some very interesting track design. It's almost like a maze, which is both a good and a bad thing. A good thing because you can find many ways to find the quickest way to end, but also bad because it could leave you feeling lost on which way to go. I think the reason why these tracks are designed like this are because of the collectibles you can find. Yes, this game has collectibles, 2 to be specific. The first are these Sonic tokens. Collect 5 in a single race and come in first, second, or third place. You'll then be challenged by a new character. Beat them to unlock them. The unlockable characters are weird to say the least. Of course you got the obvious one like Metal Sonic. Then you get into more stranger picks like an Egg Robo from Sonic and Knuckles, Metal Knuckles which has only ever made an appearance in this game, and finally the oh so infamous Tails doll. Why not Metal Tails to fit in with the other unlockables? Who fucking knows? Yes, Tails doll, the one who spawned the ever so popular Tails doll creepypasta. I'll give it to them, he definitely is a creepy looking character with those blank eyes and lifeless floating body. Well, in the game he sucks ass. Moves as slow as a snail, and his turning is complete trash. The only positive is that he can float over water. Pretty much every other character can jump or float over water, so it's nothing too special. Except Egg Robo because he sucks. The other collectibles are the Chaos Emeralds. They're usually behind these ring gates and you need to come in first place in order to keep them. If you don't, well, have fun collecting them again. The problem with these collectibles is that they're off the beaten path of the normal racetrack. forcing you to go down paths you would never think to go down. Some of them you have to make a dead stop just to pick them up. Like, come on, I don't have time to slow my ass down to pick up this crap. I have a race to win. By collecting all 7 of the Chaos Emeralds, you unlock Super Sonic. And he's completely broken. He's the fastest character in the game with the best handling, period. You're basically playing the game on easy mode at this point. Another thing to mention is that playing as the unlockable characters will have you race against other unlockable characters. So if you got Super Sonic early and wanted to play as someone like Egg Robo or Tails Doll, good fucking luck on trying to beat him. It's impossible. Oh yeah, I forgot, you can unlock Dr. Eggman too, or Robotnik in this case. You get him by getting first place in all 5 of the tracks. And if you were collecting things along the way, you're probably never going to play Robotnik. He's not that bad, he doesn't move too slow, he can go above water, but you're probably never going to touch him if you unlocked every other character. Sorry Eggman, maybe next time. The only other gameplay modes are found in the time trials section. Of course you have the standard time trials race where you can see how fast you complete a race. There's a reverse mode which is the same as the normal time trial except the tracks are in reverse. Go figure. Balloon race in which you have to find 5 balloons hidden across the track and pop them as quick as you can. This one sucks because the balloons are in such weird spots that you would never think to go to most of the time. And lastly, tag mode, where you play as one character and have to tag 4 others as fast as you can. You can live out your creepypasta fantasies by playing Tails Doll on it and tagging everyone. Good luck though, because he still controls like dog shit. The graphics are... For 1997 on the Sega Saturn, I bet it looked great. Nowadays, it doesn't look that good. There's nothing in the levels that stand out in terms of scenery. The characters look alright though, even if they do have popsicle hands. The Gamecube and PC versions of the game improved upon the draw distance of the Saturn version. They also added weather conditions to the races, which is a nice touch. It doesn't affect the gameplay at all unless it's snowing, which will freeze the water, but it's nice to look at. The music is one of the oddest things about the game. Very different from the music you would used to hear in Sonic games around this time. It's not bad, I'm not super into it like some other people might be. My favorite tracks are Can You Feel the Sunshine and of course, Super Sonic Racing. The other tracks are catchy, but not something I would listen to if given the chance. You know, I'd be lying if I say I didn't enjoy this game at least a little bit. I don't know, there's some weird allure to this game that prevents me from completely hating it. Don't get me wrong, the game is pretty bad, with very little replay value, bad controls, and short length. Your enjoyment might stagger because of it. It's just one of those janky messes that can be considered so bad it's good. If you get the chance, I think you should check it out for yourself. If I were to suggest a version, pick up the PC version because you can apparently mod the game, which is pretty neat. To wrap up this video, I'll do the thing everybody does when reviewing this game. Tails Doll jump scare.
Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine.